that's been probably one of my, what hits me in the heart the most is that I've got some pretty neat special need kids who actually find something that they can do.
How many mentors do you
I have about 15. Yeah, I have a lot. I have 40 kids too. And wait till you see the teams I have, and you'll understand why.
Do you run things and do you track things in project?
No, I don't. It's all in my head, which is the wrong thing to be. It's interesting. We had a mentor about 3 years ago that put together a project, and we followed it for 1 week. So it's managing chaos as right now, and it's getting a little bit better for us, but it is managing chaos with the number of kids we have. And so, week 5, week 6, all you kids, I'm gonna be seeing you like this next week. Because we've been staying up late, because you will have a deadline, guaranteed. Okay, wow, all right, this looks like a lot. Let me tell you that what we did is we started with an animation team and a robot build team. And we worked on those, doing those really well. And then we added 1 or 2 things each year. And I may have forgotten some things, but I do want to let you know that any of these teams that have the asterisks on them are the ones that, if you're on that team, you can't be on another team. So we teach the kids programming. Our kids, well, let me stop and start with animation. Animation, we teach 3D Studio Max. It's not taught in the school. So we will take kids and actually teach them the interface, and the animation team will go through, create the storyboard, create the story, and enter it.
What do you need the animation for?
There's an animation competition along with FRC, and it's all based on a theme. So at the end, I'll show you some animations. We have a safety animation I showed at the beginning. There's a safety animation that's being created. I'm not sure if my team's going to do that. Unfortunately, a lot of my animation team kids want to come on the build team. Okay. This is not in any particular order than what I thought about at 2 o'clock this morning. Chairman's Award. I think you still have to write a Chairman's Award entry, but I'm not too sure if you get a chance. It's pretty difficult with the Chairman's Award. There's a lot of things about community outreach, starting first Lego League teams, starting an FTC team. Those are all the things you do after your experience, so don't, but still you have to write it. Marketing, boy, I brought my, some of my postcards, and I didn't realize they were all going to go that quickly. Marketing is key. It's getting your story out to the community, getting your story, marketing, something like a PowerPoint or my postcard or the brochures. Then you can go to businesses and ask for in-kind services or donations. It's really difficult. When we started out, it was very difficult because there wasn't anything formal. This is a presentation that I started last year that I'm refining. I really need to get to the point where I can have one of my kids do it. My 2 co-captains who were normally in presentations graduated and are now attending the University of Washington. Fundraising is key. I think there's a special group that's doing fundraising. We have a lot of parents that are involved with that. Build, we've had kids who have percolated to the top. We have kids that we say, okay, here's our chassis, this is the superstructure we're designing. These are, here you go. I don't know anything about it. Figure out what form factor we need, where we're gonna install the spikes and the Victor speed controllers and the robot controller. Okay, that piece is going to go onto your chassis. Now, also design the operator interface. So the operator interface will have, you'll have your other part. I don't know where they're going to look at this year, so don't ask me. But your radio, the whole 9 yards. Pneumatics, we actually have a mentor who can do pneumatics in his sleep, and so he's teaching kids how to do pneumatics. The build is haphazard because, chassis is pretty easy for us now. It was hard for us when we started because are you going to have a 4-wheel chassis, 6-wheel chassis, omni wheels? What are you going to do for traction? What size of wheels? What transmission? All those things. We have actually 8 years of experience, so we have different chassis that we still have. And we've been fortunate enough that we haven't had to pull, well, look at that. I had to pull 2 robots apart. I still have 5 robots in my garage. Yeah, so somebody asked me where they went. They go in your garage. Okay, programming team. It should be easier this year. I used to do a little bit of programming, and I'm quite impressed with the LabVIEW interface. Although we're going to take some very specific tasks for them to do and work on programming. So we have the first technology challenge, which gives us a little bit of advantage with LabVIEW because we'll be using the FTC interface, and then there's an FRC interface, and it's running motors, sensors, and I'm not a programmer, so I'm not a robot programmer. We added a website team. This will be our 2nd year that we have a website team. We actually have a young man who's excellent with HTML, graphic designers working with him, student graphic designer, but I also have a mentor who's a graphic designer. So that's a first for us for this year. So there's also an award for a website. Yeah, so lots of awards. Big thing for, the kids are going to get a little bit bored, sorry, but the big thing is travel and event planning. Are you going to Portland? Are you going to Seattle? If you are, how are you getting there? Where are you going to stay? How are we going to feed the kids? What's the schedule? What are you going to do? Thursday's the day we check out the robots. You bring your whole team, or you're like me, I only bring part of my team down on Wednesday, and Thursday night everybody else appears. Then when you're cheering in the stands, that's an all-day event. What do the kids do? Well, you want to have all of you have a chance to go and look at the other robots and look at the other pit areas and meet other kids and find other solutions. Because that's one of the neatest advantages of FIRST, is you can see different solutions for the same task. So I don't know how many of you have gotten to some of the build things, so I'll leave that for them. Ship and crate, start right now. There's that contest in the shipping crate. All right, so build your shipping crate now. Skunkworks shipping crate is right outside the door, and theirs opened up, and they have a table that comes out and another part that comes down, and they can hang all their tools there, because your robot will break in competition. I went on the field and didn't realize how much crashing happened with 120 to 130 pound robots banging into each other. Because you're basically on the field like the size of a tennis court, and you're on one end of the tennis court, and you're maneuvering your robot around the other robots, trying to pick up the scoring item, whatever the deal is, and plus get out of the way of the other robots. There's a lot of crashing. One year we got, let's see, last year we had forklift arms on our robot, and last year we got slammed into the wall and our arms broke. So as you're thinking, as you're building your robot, we have what we call points of failure, and what are the spare parts that you need to bring with you. So that's another thing, is spare parts. If you're at Seattle and Portland, our team, because we are a lot more experienced, we'll be bringing down a small mini machine shop. I have a small vertical bandsaw, a sander. I think I have a small drill press too. So we'll be bringing that down. So we brought it to Portland and Seattle, and they also have a big machine shop available. So what you'll find is on Thursday, we're going to all help each other get qualified so we can all compete. And we have 8 years of parts, and so generally we call it traveling heavy. We will travel heavy with spare parts, whatever we have. Although we gave quite a few away the last 2 years, so we're pretty much out of bean bot motors and stuff like that. But anyway.